So what is USAID? And why is it fraudulent? Let's get into it.
Elon Musk, you didn't create USAID. The United States Congress did for the American people. And just like Elon Musk did not create USAID, he doesn't have the power to destroy it. And who's going to stop him? We are. We're going to stop him.
Start a rock band to become rich. You just have to know about all the free government money programs that you're eligible for. Come on! My new online web service will cut through the bureaucratic paperwork and show you exactly what you're eligible for. Plus, we'll even help you fill out any government application for free. Go to governmentmoneyclub.com and get started for only $2.95. Man, you can't even walk down the street for $2.95. Learn how to get money to open a bed and breakfast, work on your degree, train to be a therapist, go on free vacations, pay for healthcare and prescription drugs, take flying lessons, buy a house, start a business or a non-profit organizations, get free term papers, fix up your home, invest in foreclosed property, get bargains at government auctions, pay utility bills, rent or mortgage. Don't you want to see what free government money you're eligible for?
Probably no entity in the government that is more of an entrenched power center of unelected bureaucrats with less accountability, less oversight than USAID. They funnel money to their cronies all over the world through a swampy network of NGOs and cutouts, including potentially some very troubling elements of focusing on things like regime change and destabilizing foreign countries.
USAID claims it is doing humanitarian work and supposedly helping struggling nations. Apparently, it's about spreading democracy. But what if the American people find out this was nothing more than a front? What if USAID is not just another bureaucratic government agency, but a political weapon funding NGOs? For decades, USAID has operated under the assumption that it offers humanitarian assistance. Is it possible that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are now shutting down USAID because they know exactly what's hiding behind its doors? It was established in 1961 by President JFK. John F. Kennedy used it as a tool in the Cold War to counter Soviet influence. But the Cold War ended in 1991, so why does USAID still exist? Democrats argue that it's needed to counter China, Russia, and growing influence. Trump and Musk say that it's an unaccountable agency used to push a hidden agenda, a political agenda.
USAID is one of the most disturbing organizations in the entire federal government. It may rank number one, in fact. USAID is under the cloak of being a humanitarian aid organization designed to advance U.S. foreign policy, is assigned the dirtiest tasks that the State Department can't get caught doing, and that used to be done directly by the CIA, but USAID is able to act as essentially a covert operations division in the way that the CIA used to. The worst scandals in American statecraft have been USAID, from funding the Wuhan lab to growing heroin in Afghanistan and irrigating the poppy fields, to setting up a fake Twitter in Cuba with an explicit USAID document saying that the plan is to have algorithms favoring sports, news, and hurricane updates. And then once we have enough people, switch to get them to hate their government and topple their government and take to the streets in smart riots, to them even using HIV prevention clinics as undercover for USAID workers doing intelligence work to get people to overthrow their government. Well, how many other public health facilities operated by USAID are doing the same thing in Africa, in South America, in Eastern Europe, in Central Asia?
I'm the acting director of USAID. I've delegated that authority to someone, but I stay in touch with him. And again, our goal was to go in and align our foreign aid to the national interest. But if you go to mission after mission and embassy after embassy around the world, you will often find that in many cases, USAID is involved in programs that run counter to what we're trying to do in our national strategy with that country or with that region. That cannot continue. USAID is not an independent, non-governmental entity. It is an entity that spends taxpayer dollars, and it needs to spend it, as the statute says, in alignment with the policy directives that they get from the Secretary of State, the National Security Council, and the President. And it's been 20 or 30 years where people have tried to reform it, and it refuses to reform. It refuses to cooperate. When we were in Congress, we couldn't even get answers to basic questions about programs. That will not continue. That's not going to continue.
You know that Nike shoes, Apple Computer, and even H. Ross Perot have used government money programs to help make their millions, and you can too. I'm Matthew Lesko, and you probably see me on Oprah, Larry King, or Letterman talking about government money programs. Well, my new book shows you 15,000 programs you could use to change your life. You can get a better job, get an education, or start your own business. Next year, the government's going to give out over $350 billion, and those who know about the programs are the ones who get the money.
The bottom line is, this sort of irresponsible spending of taxpayer dollars needs to stop.